Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got a video for you about how to loot faster during a hot drop in Blackout, primarily with a Scuf controller, because before you get any victories, you're probably going to have to survive a hot drop because every place on the map is hot now. This video is sponsored by Scuf Gaming. I've been sponsored by them since 2012, so that shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, but it is the first in a series about why I use Scuf controllers and how to use them to optimize your gaming experience. For me, I play more Blackout than anything else right now, and the most helpful thing that Scuf does for me is it allows me to loot quicker and safer with paddles versus a regular controller. So today I wanted to show you how much faster, better, safer that process is with a Scuf versus a regular controller. And before 852 of you tell me to play Claw, I do not want to play Claw. It is uncomfortable, and when I turn into an old man, I don't want my fingers to look like this. So to highlight the difference between using paddles and not using paddles to loot, I'm going to go into a custom game here in Blackout with some subscribers for Discord. And the first thing I want to show you is the basic plain Jane way to loot. Now this is my Scuf controller and you can see the paddles and stuff on the bottom. But for now I'm going to pretend it's just a plain Jane controller and we're only going to use the square button to pick up. Because in Blackout you have to look down at something, hit square and pick it up. Hit and hold and pick up. Now there's tap to pick up, but I don't use that because then I'm always accidentally picking up things when I reload. And the issue with this for me is that I'm always kind of having to take a second to stop, and I do this awkward like left stick wiggle so that people don't look at me and shoot me while I'm doing this. And again, Treyarch allowed you to tap to pick up, but then it just messes up my reloading too much. So outside's not so much, but let's say you're clearing a building and you don't know if there's people in here or not because it's hot and it's crazy. You have to stop and look down and then stop and then look down. And then just take just a second off of that aim stick to look at the floor or the wall. And even if you are comfortable enough standing kind of above the thing to hit X, you still are not able to move. You can only left stick wiggle. So if somebody came from up the stairs or if I heard footsteps behind me, I would either have to not pick up the gun or I would have to try and wait it out and then turn and shoot at them. So that method can get you killed more easily than I would like. So then the other method for looting, which I greatly prefer, you can do with the paddles on the bottom, because this one right here is mapped to square, so that one's pick up, so that I can walk around and I can look and pick up at the same time. And it really does make a big difference to just be able to look and pick things up and keep going with nice, like smooth, fluid movements the whole way through. And if somebody's coming through the door, I can just turn and look and open the door while turning. You can pick that up while turning. If I hear footsteps behind me, I can turn really fast. If I'm looting, like, oh, you know, I really want the RK7 because I'm a sadist, I can run over here and grab it. But footsteps, we're already turning mid-loot pickup, which in my opinion is a lifesaver all the time, and it's made hot drops and looting at hot drops a lot easier for me, especially when I'm streaming, and it really matters because I kind of need to look good for the stream. The difference would be, and I'm going to go ahead and move my camera live here, hopefully not get too much of my crazy room in here because that's not the point of today's video. I'll go ahead and point that down, and I'll move my controller back over this way. The point of it is that while looting, I no longer have to make this movement with my right finger. I can just keep that on there and keep going. I never have to hit a button to loot. I can just run, and it's almost like I never stop aiming, which to me is a godsend. So for this example, we are doing a construction hot drop, and I'm going to try to do the thumb-only looting method. And you can see the little stutter steps while I'm looting. I'm not dead yet, thankfully. This guy has no gun. Really sucks to be him if I could aim today. Oh, I used my paddle to pick up. But as I run around and look for things, you notice I always have to kind of stop and not be able to react for just a second. Which is probably fine, you know, if there's not a lot of people here, if it's not too busy. But as this gets busier, doing something like coming to pick up a perk and not being able to turn around is increasingly dangerous. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a live example of how paddles are beneficial to you in Blackout. I'm playing a custom match right now with subscribers. We've all been instructed to do a hot drop to the firing range and begin to kill each other. As you can see down here below me, ooh, I need to adjust my hair. I have a GoPro filming the Scuf controller with the paddles so that you can see me hit the paddles when I'm picking things up, and the face buttons won't be used. We'll have a different angle in just a little bit, but the goal here is to show just how quickly you can grab things while maintaining a good vision around you as long as you have paddles. And oh my god, everybody's here. I have all the friends with me. So you can just open the door, look, got a gun, and we're already hunting ready right now. Didn't even have to wait. Look how quick this is. Well, we want to pick that back up. Actually, we want this. See, I was able to loot very quickly, but I don't know where my boyfriends ran off to. I see somebody. I have no meds, so... can't beat them all. Did pretty good, though. That was a nice hot drop. That's okay, it happens. And hopefully, you guys at home were able to see how I was able to work the paddles rapidly and maintain good vision around me and being able to spin and hunt and circle while looting and killing at the same time. And that gives you a tremendous advantage anytime you hot drop. Guys, that is all for this video. I hope that you learned something useful about how I play, why I use Scuf controllers, how to survive hot drops, and the reasons that I move and am able to do some of the things that you see in the gameplay that I present in in-depth videos or other videos. If you're interested in Scuf, I have my own controller, which is linked down there below. If you don't want that, there are hundreds of other color and model choices you can check out on the website, and if you use code DRFT, it's 5% off. Drifter out.